My name is Chet Kincaid, and I'm with thatgrapejuice.net. And today we have Marisol Nichols, Max Minghella, and Darren Lynn Bousman, the director of Spiral, out in theaters on May 14th. You play Captain Angie Garza, who is a strong female lead. And although you are a petite lady, you somehow always manage to play such strong female roles. What about this role really stood out to you besides that fact?
I liked creating a character that would have to not only hold her own against a bunch of homicide detectives with too much
Right.
testosterone and chips on their shoulders and need
Right.
to learn to play nice
Yes.
and also be obeyed. I wanted
Right.
them to follow her. And I wanted to be a good captain. So
Hmm.
all of that went into me creating this character.
How did this role come your way?
Through luck and I think mistaken identity. I think they meant to cast somebody else and somehow somehow nobody noticed. It was a very fortuitous thing. I don't know why they felt like I was right for this movie, but it was very exciting to hear that I might be able to be involved. And I didn't know anything about the story or the character, when we first started talking about it. So when I finally got to read the script, it was really, really exciting to see that it sort of had this detective story element to it. Because I love movies like that, and they don't make a lot of them anymore.
You are the man behind Saw 2 through 4. What was your approach going into Spiral this time around?
To basically, I don't want to say reinvent it, because this is not a remake. It's not it's a standalone film, but I think I wanted to bring back some of the audiences we may have lost along the way, simplify the story a little bit. I think that as the subsequent Saw films took place, they became more hard to follow, more dense. The mythology became so interconnected that you had to know so much. So I wanted to kind of wipe the slate clean a little bit with the mythology. Right. I also wanted to introduce a little bit of comedy. When you have someone like Chris Rock in this movie, you have a whole other audience that you can appeal to by leaning into what makes him, this amazing innovator. So to lean into that. So I think the biggest thing was to kind of simplify things a little bit and get back to what made Saw 1 so cool.
So you're in the presence of greatness. You're with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson. What was the chemistry like working with those two individuals?
I mean, as a fan, so cool. Like I was like, oh my God, that was the greatest day ever. Are you kidding me? It was phenomenal. And then from a creative viewpoint, it was a dream. I'm getting to play with them. It's not just seeing them or being on set. I get to play with them and create with them. And it was, you can check mark that on your career and go, that was fun. That was great.
Sam walks into the room and he's the biggest presence in the room because he has such a history of badass characters he's played. From Long Kiss Goodnight to Pulp Fiction, this guy has been a badass in everything that he is. And I think that, so you have that going on for you. There's just a gravitas to him. And then Chris Rock, you've got probably one of the world's greatest living comedians doing something that he's not known for, which is a drama thriller thing.
Well, he's a very easy guy to get along with. He's incredibly nice. He's incredibly sweet and supportive and generous. And I really liked him, and my character really likes him too. So that helped. It was really fun. It was a really good time.
There was just a palpable energy on set. It didn't feel like we were doing like a rehash of something. It just felt fresh.
What really stood out to you during that entire experience?
I would say the first real giant scene that I got to film with Chris, which is the scene that you see me in the police precinct bawling him out, basically. And we had so much fun. I just met him, so it was like, okay, well, here we go. And what I really enjoyed about it was when we turned around on his coverage, because we did mine first.
Right.
He was like, okay, I'm just gonna go off here.
Yeah.
And just follow me.
All right.
And then I got to watch like 5-10 takes of him making up funny stuff.
Right.
And then they'd use what they want. And how much fun is that? It's
that's
like a front row seat to a Chris Rock concert. Loved it.
That's amazing. So did you have to do a lot of research for the role, or did it like come natural to you? I mean,
I did work really hard on this
Yeah.
movie. Because there's quite a lot for, you know, all of these characters to do, and they all have real arcs in the film, you know, which is amazing given it's a genre movie and a horror movie. You usually have that. But I feel like all the dynamics change and evolve during the course of the film, and there was a lot to chew on.
It's so interesting watching Spiral because I love the movie. Great job.
Thank you.
And when I watched, you know, the original Saw movies way back when, I had a whole different perception of them. And this movie to me poses so many moral questions because you're watching the story and then now you're thinking, who is the evil person? So was it intentional for you to sort of have this element of sort of questioning who's wrong and who's right?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I think the one thing that's interesting about this movie is there are a lot of moral questions in it. You know, while the focus is a corrupt police department, the hero is also a police officer in that same police department. So yeah, I think that, you know, it's a timely movie now. I think it's the best of a Saw movie. It's got the best stuff that the Saw movies had. It has the traps, the twists, the turns, the violence, and a really cool story. So I'm really proud and excited of this one.
Well, here's to hoping this is a success at the box office because I would love to see you back behind the lens again. Congratulations on this and thank you so much.
So I'm gonna start following your website because I love the title, That Grape Juice.
Yes, That Grape Juice. On Instagram, thatgrapejuice.net is the website. Follow us.
Okay, I'm expecting something on Instagram. I'm gonna check your Instagram in an hour, and if there's not something about how this is just, That Grape Juice. It's my new favorite web. I don't even know what it is, but I love the title.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thanks,
great
man.
weekend.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.